toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Arizona will put it away to start this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Stanford's offense will go to work first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Brown will throw it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
On the ground, it's Spencer. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Off play action. Puts it up in the air. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, be in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give to the tailback. Turning it on. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Unloads quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Here's the handoff. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Right back to the well. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Brown will throw it. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants it all. Touchdown, Stanford! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. He didn't do it that time.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Looking down the middle. On target to the left. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Oh, what a cut. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
The Cardinal might go right back to that ground game after the huge run. Run in the red zone, it's hard. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Gonna run it. It's hard. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast and then make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down. And now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
To defend. A big third down in the red zone. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to pass. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Cardinal. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Had to get rid of it quickly. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Brown will throw it. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. The Cardinal cranks things back up with a second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Brown wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. It's a draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Here comes the noise of this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down. Looking to throw for it. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. Because he dropped it, now it's fourth down, and of course... field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
Might as well give it to him again. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires deep toward the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for no-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Brown will throw it. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Off the play fake. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Shoots his way for more. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And the defense defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Brown wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They'll give it to the back. Nice move to keep running. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They'll try to race to the edge on first and goal with the wide receiver. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Wyoming is ahead in this one, but there's still time on the clock, and unless Josh Allen puts on that Pokes uniform again, this could stay tight. They're up by 7 over Air Force. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up. To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Caught in the backfield, it's Spencer. And they're able to make the tackle. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. No good. Boy, they could have used that one to cut into the deficit, but guys, still a 3-score ball game. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The offense changing the play. Brown will throw it. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Arizona.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got his man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, running back gets to give. Hard running there. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to throw, it's Coleman. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Arizona runs out the punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting wild on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
He's got it down the middle. Push down for the tackle. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. That is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Gets away. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early.
Turning it on! They almost got a first down there. Stopped the yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Coleman. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Smashes through the tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But This offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the scrum.
Back to pass, it's Coleman. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
At the 43-yard line. Now, fourth down.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Wants to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That's reeled in. It's Hall. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Finds the big tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
These
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Pressure coming. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Coleman. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Handoff from the gun. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the 1st down. A few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give on the option. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here comes the noise. Is this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down? The option look. Oh, he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And, man, that comes up short. And I tell you what, we saw him in warm-ups. He's got that leg, man. He hit from 60 a couple times, so he can make that deep shot, but he didn't get all of it, and the field goal just falls a little bit short.
He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice game. Arizona in a hurry.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He lets it fly. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's in Arizona.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Back open in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw again. It's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Defense looks like they're coming. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go. Well, great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you